Hello chatbox out there. Today in this vlog I'm going to be telling you guys all about what I got up to on my week and my weekend. I hope you guys have all had a lovely week and all are having a lovely weekend. So on my Monday I didn't have work until the evening, so I had a little bit of a lie-in. I then got up and got showered and changed and had some toast and a cup of tea for my breakfast, and was just watching a bit of the Olympics. And then me and my older brother got ready to go off with our cousin Grace, who's over from Ireland, to go off to mini golf, and we picked her up from my grandma's, and then we headed off down to go play mini golf. And we got there and had a really good time. I got a hole-in-one, which I was very impressed with. I didn't think I was going to do very well, but I actually did quite well, and it was just so much fun. And I got some photos from there that we'll show you guys now. We then got a photo outside of the golf place, and I'm going to show you guys. We then head off to get some lunch in the mall and went off to Nando's, and I love a Nando's, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of the Nando's that I had. I always have the same thing, always go for the safe option, and also got a photo of some lanterns that I will show you guys. The lanterns are so pretty. Really enjoyed my Nando's, and then we let our figure down and then went off and had a look around some of the shops, and I'm going to show you guys a clip of some of the things that I got from the mall. Here's some of the things I got whilst out at the mall today with my older brother and cousin. After going off to play mini golf, we went off to Nando's and then went off and had a look around the shops. And I got this doll from the Entertainer, and she's an LOL surprise doll, and I've got one like this already, which is the boutique line, and I love this outfit. It's pink lace, and she's got some top and trousers, and I love the bows on there, and then the lace bow she has in her hair, and her eye makeup and lips and the freckles and the eyelashes and the nails. They're just such beautiful dolls, and I cannot wait to open that. I'm going to open that and show you guys that later on. Then I went off to one of the book shops and I got this gay romance novel, and I cannot wait to give this a read. And then I went off to Tiger and I got these two bags of sweets. These are some like polar bear gems, whatever they're called nowadays. I think they're just called gem biscuits, but they used to be called polar bear gems, I think, when I was younger. So I got those for the mums, and then some flying saucers. And that is what I got from being at the mall today. Then got back to ours, and I was just writing a bit of my journal, just a bit of music, I watched some vlogs and TikToks, and do some colouring in and colouring up on my phone, and we're doing a bit more solitaire, and just chilling before I had work in the evening. And I was doing a 5-shot close, and our cousin had come back to ours for a little bit, and then on the way to drop me to work, my older brother dropped our cousin home, and I got to work, got clocked in and put my bag and coat away, and it was pretty quiet. Mondays are normally not that busy, and especially with it being the summertime, quite a lot of people have gone away, so I was just doing lots of closing and cleaning jobs. And we had a few people come in, so I was doing some food and drink orders and some bill taking and serving some food and drinks and cleaning some of the tables. And then we got out by 11ish, and I clocked off and got back and just had a sandwich for my tea, as I had Nando's for my lunch, so I just had a little small thing to eat for my tea, as I wasn't really that hungry. Then I finished writing my journal, put that away, and then I was watching GT soaps and Home and Away, and was just watching some stuff on Netflix. And then I went off to bed, and on my Tuesday I got up ready for work, and I got showered and changed and had some toast and a cup of tea and watched a bit of TV just before work. I then locked up and headed off to work, and just before work I went off to one of the flower shops and got some flowers outside, and I'll show you guys. Such lovely colourful flowers. I then was chatting with the flower shopkeepers in there, and also got some plant starts on there that we'll show you guys. I love all the succulents in there, and the pretty cactuses and the plant pots. I then got to work, got clocked in and put my bag away, and it was pretty busy, and it was just me and 2 other colleagues on shift, so I was running lots of food and drinks, cleaning tables, doing food and drink orders and bill taking, and chatting to some of the regulars. And it was a lovely sunny day, so I was serving food inside and outside, and just doing a few cleaning jobs here and there. And one of my colleagues had gone and got some flowers from Aldi, and we did the flowers on sort of the tables. So after work I got some flower starts of sort of flower arrangements that she put on sort of tables that we'll show you guys. Apologies if you could hear the dog barking, I think that might have been someone at the door. Love those flower arrangements, especially the sunflowers. I then clocked off, got my bag, and got changed to a t-shirt I had in my bag. And I got a mirror selfie from one of the mirrors. It reminds me of the mirror from the first Harry Potter film, and I'm going to show you guys that. I then made my way home, and I got back, and I opened my new doll that I got from the mail the other day, and I'm going to show you guys a clip of that. Here is my OMG doll out of box. She is so stunning. I love her outfit. She's got these thread sleeves with lace all over and flowers and butterflies, and she's got these butterfly brooches on the sleeves, and I just love all the lace and the bows on the bottom of the trousers, and the butterflies all over the trousers, and little bits of string here on the sleeves and on the top, and it's an off the shoulder top, and the butterfly necklace and these flower earrings, and the makeup on her eyes and the freckles on her nose, and the hair and the lace bow. She's got to be careful with, because if you touch it, it can come undone. And the hair, the red and pink, and the curls and the curly fringe, and yeah, she's just so stunning. And I love the shoes. Shoes are so pretty as well, with bows on. If you can see, I'll try to show you. There you go, we've got the bows on the top of the shoes, and I love all the pockets on the back of the trousers. And she comes with this little box here, which had her shoes in. This one had her sunglasses in, and this one had her earrings and stuff in, and there's a brush in there, and some sunglasses as well that look like butterfly wings, which is so cute. And then she comes with this flower purse, and she has this stand, and I'm going to stand her up using that and put her up there with my other doll that stood up. So stunning. I'm so happy that she's in my collection. She's currently on the shelf over there. I then had a pot noodle for my lunch, and the pot noodles from Aldi are elite. They are so good. Then I was just watching Escape to Country and Home and Away and Far Brown, and was just working on some illustrations and doing some colouring in on it on my phone, and had a cup of tea and some biscuits. I was just reading some more solitaire and sorting out my Bridget doll, and I had my tea and I had a salad, and I'm going to show you guys the footage of that. Salad was so delicious with tuna, cucumber, lettuce, cheese. Mwah. Then after that I finished off sorting out my Bridget doll, and I'm going to show you guys a clip of her new look. Here is my Bridget doll's new look. So she's got these red laced up shoes. I love the details on these shoes with the heel, rather high heel, and she's got these blue denim jeans on, classic. I love these jeans so much. And then she's got this sparkly red off the shoulder top with like the sleeves with a little gap showing a bit of this shoulder, and then this golden necklace here, which is so pretty. I love the details on that necklace. And she's got her black hat, which I love, which I always put her in. And this is the whole look. She is stunning. Then I headed off for a little evening stroll, and I got some flower sets on my evening stroll that I'm going to show you guys now. such beautiful flowers and lovely colours. From what started off as a little walk, then turned into a massive walk, and I popped to the shops to get some bits and bobs and got a pretty leaf snap that I'm sure you guys love the colours on those leaves, or the oranges and yellows and reds. Autumn is definitely on its way and I'm so excited. I am such a fall person. I love all the orange and red leaves, fuzzy socks, sweater weather. I just love all that kind of stuff and I am so excited for that. And then I headed back, and on the way back I got some more flower snaps that I'll show you guys. I then got back and it was already getting dark. It's already started getting darker earlier, which means that it's going to be autumn very soon, which is very exciting. And then I finished writing my journal, put that away, and watched Home and Away and the UK soaps. I had a few Home and Aways that I needed to catch up on, as well as Neighbours. And then I finished off a new illustration, and I'm going to show you guys a clip of that now. Here is one of my new illustrations I've just been working on. I'm going to show you guys her now. So starting off with the face, it's so beautiful. I love the eye makeup and the hearts underneath the eyes and the black lip, and then she's got a choker necklace, and she's got long flowing hair, and she's got these space buns, and it's slid back up here out of her face, and she's got this off the shoulder strapped dress with flowy sleeves, and then she has these black long acrylic nails and these lace letting patches on the arms and this zigzag belt. And I then did these boots that I'm going to probably add a bit more onto, and she's got one leg behind the other, and that is my new illustration for you guys. Then after that I was watching some stuff on Netflix and listening to a bit of music and just doing a little bit of writing and some more illustrations and colouring in, and then I headed off to bed. And on my Wednesday I got up ready for work, had some breakfast, and then I locked up and headed off to work and listened to some music on my headphones just before starting work, so and on the way to work, and then just sat on the bench and was listening to some music, just chilling before heading off into work because I got up a bit early. And then it started to rain, so I headed in, put my bag away around the back, and just sat around the back and just chilled before I then started my shift. I then clocked in and started running some food and drinks and cleaning tables, and some food and drink orders and some cleaning jobs, and it was pretty quiet, and then got quite busy and ran quite a busy lunch rush, and I saw and chatted to some of the regulars. And then I was supposed to finish at 3, but I ended up finishing at 3:30ish instead, as it was quite busy and there was just only going to be one colleague on shift until 5, so I stayed for a little bit longer. I then clocked off and headed off, and I went off to one of the flower shops. I got some flower starts I will show you guys. I hadn't been in that flower shop for ages, so I was having a nice chat with the flower shop keepers in there. I then headed back, and I got back and I had my lunch and was listening to a bit of music and just enjoying and colouring in and watching some episodes of Doctor Who and some stuff off record that you can catch up on. And then I was listening to a bit of Kate Bush and a bit of Kylie, and then I had some steak and mushrooms and beans for my tea, and I'll show you guys that now. It was so delicious. I normally go to Jen's for the games and food night, but we're going to be doing it on Thursday night instead because we were all busy. And then after my tea I was just doing some illustrations and reading a bit more of Solitaire and watching some vlogs and TikToks, and then watched Home and Away and the UK soaps, and also listened to a bit of music. I then finished writing my journal and put that away. And on my Wednesday I got up ready for work and had some cereal for my breakfast, and then I headed off to work. Got to work, got clocked in and put my bag and coat away, and it was me and 2 other colleagues on shift, and we absolutely smashed it. It was pretty busy, and I was running lots of food and drinks, cleaning tables and doing some food and drink orders and bill taking, and even did some coffee and teas, and I'm slowly getting down on the coffee machines. And then I was just cleaning lots of tables inside and outside, and I finished at 3. I was supposed to finish at 2, but I was supposed to be doing a split shift, but I had touch rugby on Thursday nights, and I wasn't able to do the evening part of my split, so I asked if one of my colleagues would do my Thursday evening of my split, and I'll do their Friday evening shift, and they agreed. So it meant that I was only gonna be doing till 3 till 2, so doing 11 till 2, and my colleague who was going to be on a split shift with me got to finish at 2 instead, because I asked if she'd like to go at 2 and I'd stay on until 3, because she was going to be on until 3 and be back in for a split. So they went off at 2, and then me and one of my colleagues stayed on, and I stayed until 3, and it got so busy, so I stayed till like 3ish again, and then I clocked off and headed home, and I went off to one of the plant shops just for 4 and got some plant stats. I'm going to show you guys. Loved the displays in that plant shop and all the pretty plant pots and patterns. I started walking home, and then it began to rain, so I ended up getting picked up by my mum. I got back and my dad was fishing like he normally does, and I then had a pot noodle for my lunch and was just watching some stuff on Netflix and just a bit of music and just enjoying and colouring in. And I was going to be going to touch rugby, but the weather was so bad that it ended up getting called off, and I ended up having a nap anyway, and definitely needed that. And then my older sister came over from being with my older brother, and they'd both been doing moving house jobs for a moving house company that they're currently helping out at over the summer holidays. And they came back, and I was just having a good chat with them, and then we were just watching some more of the Olympics, and I then was just getting myself ready to go off to Jen's for the games of food night, and my dad got back from being fishing, and then my older sister dropped me down to Jen's, and we had some roast pork baguettes, some pulled pork baguettes with barbecue sauce and cheese on, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of that. It was so good. Then we played some games. We played this game where it was girls v boys, and you had these little counters that you'd go around the board with, and you had these cards that you'd spin, and it would land on a certain card, and you'd either have to talk about these things and they'd have to guess the right answer, or you'd have to draw the thing and you'd have to guess what the thing was, or you had to mime. And I did a mime one, and it was mime these UK TV reality shows, and I got 4 out of 6. The other 2 were literally impossible because I'd never seen them before, but I did pretty well and I was quite impressed. I mean, I had a little system going. One of my mates, he was really good at the drawing. Another one was good at the humming, because he had the humming of songs one that you had to do. And I did attempt the humming one and did okay, but my humming is not the best. But yeah, the girls won. But yeah, it was a really good game. And then we had some eclairs for our puddings, and then it was the end of the evening. We called it a night, and I got dropped back by one of my mates, and I got into my PJs, and then finished writing my journal, put that away, and then I was watching Home and Away and the UK soaps, and then I was just listening to a bit of music and watching some vlogs and TikToks, and then I head off to bed. And then on my Friday, I got up ready to go to morning group and had some cherry jam toast and a cup of tea, and was attempting to catch up on neighbours. I have so many neighbours that I need to catch up on. I've been so busy with work, I haven't had time to catch up on them. So I'm literally that close to finishing, being caught up. And then my mum got up to be dropped to morning group, and my dad was at work. Older brother and sister were doing the moving house job thing they're doing, and younger sister was asleep, and younger brother was at his, and I haven't seen him for ages. going to be seeing him on Saturday, as we're having a family gathering happening in London, which will be good to see everybody. And then my mum dropped me to the morning group, and we were doing some cooking, and we were making some like homemade hummus and cheese dips, and then we were doing cutting up of fruit and veg and stuff. They had like carrot and lettuce and some other vegetables to put in on a little plate to dip in our little bits of hummus and like cheese and chive spread that we've done, and I'm going to show you guys photos of that. Such a good session. It's the last one for a week because next week it's not on because the people that want it are going off on holiday, and I am also on holiday as well, so it's going to be back on the following week. And then it was the end of the session and I got picked up by my mum, and then my mum dropped me off to Dobby's and I went off and had a look around there, and it's my happy place. I love flower and plant photography so much, and I've got some flower starts that I'm going to show you guys now. Such lovely colourful flowers from there. I love all the roses and the dahlias. They are so pretty, such pretty patterns on them. Love flower and plant photography. And then I went off and had a look around the homeware section and stationery section and got some plant starts on the plant section that I'm going to show you guys. I love the plant section so much, all the pretty patterns on the leaves and the succulents and cactuses and the pretty plant pots. I then was having a look at the clove section they have in there now, and then just as I was on my way out, I ended up getting some more flower starts that I hadn't seen from the flower section that was further around the corner, and didn't think there was any flowers down there to get photos of, so I got some flower starts quickly just before leaving that I'm going to show you guys. There's always so many flowers and plants up there, and it's always good to take a double check just in case there's some that I haven't seen, because sometimes I do end up missing some. I then made my way back and I had my headphones on and was listening to some music whilst on my way back. I then got back and I had my homemade hummus and cheese chive dip that I made at morning group with the veg, and it was so good. And then I wrote a bit of my journal, listened to a bit of music, did some drawing and colouring in, and was reading some more solitaire and had a cup of tea and some biscuits and sorted up my office out as it was getting a bit messy. And then I was watching the new Home and Away episode, and I got my uniform ready for work tonight as I'm doing a 5-toe close. I wasn't supposed to be working today or tomorrow, but as my colleague covered for me last night, I'm doing their evening shift tonight, and I'm only doing a 5-10, so it's not too bad. And then the next day I'm off to a family gathering, and it's going to be so good to see everybody again. And I'm now off to go and finish off watching Ever After, which is one of my favourite films of all time. I love it so much. And then I'm going to be heading off to work. I hope you guys all have a lovely rest of your evening, and I shall see you with a bit more of the vlog coming later on. I'm back from being at work. I did a 5-10 and it was pretty busy. I was wearing lots of food and drinks, cleaning tables, doing some food and drink orders and cleaning lots of tables inside and outside. I had lots of people coming in for cocktails and wines, so I was doing lots of drinks making and just getting loads of cleaning and clothes jobs done. And then I finished and clocked off, and I saw a guy who I went to primary and secondary school with who I hadn't seen in a long time, so I was having a good catch up with him, and he's engaged and they're going to be married next March, so congratulations on his engagement, and we're having a lovely catch up. And then I got picked up and got back, got into my pyjamas and I've currently just been finishing off writing my journal entry for today, and I had a chicken curry for my tea that I'm going to show you guys now. The chicken curry was so delicious. I'm now off to go and watch Home and Away and the UK soaps from today. I'm going to finish off watching Home and Away as I started watching it, and then I had to get ready to go to work. So I'm going to be watching that and the UK soaps and then heading off to bed, and I've got to be up early for the family gathering up near London tomorrow, which I'm so excited about. And me and my older brother and sister are going in one car, and then my older sister and older brother and myself are going to be picking up my cousins from the train station, and then my mum and dad and cousin and my grandma and my aunt are going to be going in my mum and dad's car, and then my younger brother and his girlfriend are going to be joining us a little bit later on. And yeah, it's going to be such a good day. Cannot wait. Fingers crossed the weather's alright, and I'll be vlogging more about that on Sunday. I was going to vlog when I get back on Saturday, but it's going to be quite a long day and quite busy, so I thought I'd hold off and vlog about on Sunday instead. So we'll see you with more of the vlog on Sunday. I'm back. It's now Sunday evening. I've just done my first part to my split shift, which I'll talk to you a bit more later on. I'm now going to be telling you guys about my Saturday. So on my Saturday, I got up, showered and changed, ready to go off to the family gathering up in Alton near London at my uncle and aunt's house, and I was very excited. And I had some breakfast and just watched a bit of TV, and then got myself ready, and my older brother and myself were going to be picking my older sister up and then heading off to then pick our cousin and her partner up from the train station just near Alton. And my mum and dad had headed off down to my grandma's to pick my grandma and my cousin and my aunt up, and they were then heading down, and my younger brother was coming down a little bit later on. My younger sister didn't end up coming. She had to stay home and look after the dog, who's not very well at the moment. He's got cancer in the mouth, and we didn't want to be leaving him for too long, and she also had some meetings and stuff to do. And so me and my older brother then headed off to pick my older sister up. It was running a little bit late, so we went off to the petrol station to get some petrol and then got some nibbles for the journey to our uncle and aunt's house. And then we got there and we picked my cousin and her partner up, and took us ages to find them, and we were driving around the car park to the train station for ages trying to find them, and then we found them. We got to our aunt and uncle's house and saw everyone, and I knew a few of them, but quite a lot of them I hadn't seen them for a long time. I was hoping to reintroduce myself, and then I remembered quite a few of them, and there's just so many of us. I said next year we definitely need to have name tags, and we had some food, and my aunt had done a lovely buffet that I'm going to show you guys a photo of. Food was so good, and I had a tour of the house, and it's their new house that I hadn't been to before. And in the kitchen there's a beautiful tile that I'm going to show you guys. Such a pretty tile. The house is so lovely, and I got shown around, and my cousin was telling me about how above the kitchen door there were some buttons that you'd have to press for the servants to arrive, as it's a very old house. And the staircase was lovely as well, very steep, so I was a little bit worried about falling down them. And then I got some flower sacks from there that I'm sure you guys. It was my aunt's birthday as well as the family gathering, so she'd been given a load of bouquets, so I got some stuff of those, and she got given some really pretty flower bouquets. And then we were playing on Mario Kart on the Switch in one of the living rooms, and I got a photo of this pretty fireplace that I'll show you guys. Love the patterns on those tiles on the fireplace. Then I got a photo of the wallpaper from one of the bathrooms that had fish all over it, and also got a mirror selfie from there, and I'm going to show you guys those photos now. Love that fish paper so much, it's so cool. They had it in their old house as well, and it's come to the new house as well. I think it's going to travel with them wherever they go, as my uncle loves that wallpaper, bless him. And then I got some plant snacks from some of the plants they had dotted around the conservatory, and I'm going to show you guys those now. These plants are so beautiful. Then I was just sat out in the garden chatting with my family, and it was this lovely catch up with loads of old faces I hadn't seen in ages, and the little ones were playing games in the garden, and one of my cousins had brought their dog along who was so cute, so she was playing with her ball and we were throwing frisbees around and kicking the football around and just having so much fun. And it'd been pretty gloomy heading down to the family gathering, and then the sun came out and it was a lovely sunny day with lovely blue skies, which is great, and we had lots of food. My aunt gave her a cake, and we also sang happy birthday to them, and then had a bit of the cake, which was so good. And then at the end, before everyone started to leave, we got a group photo of all of us together, and I'm going to show you guys that. Such a lovely photo of all of us together, and we wrote in a little black book that my aunt got for us to put all our contacts in, to make it a yearly thing instead of waiting for so long in between each get together. And I'm really looking forward to the next one. And my mum and dad took my grandma and aunt home, and they then headed back home as well. And then me, my older brother, sister and younger brother and our cousins went round to our aunt's house, who lives just around the corner. And on the way there I got a pretty flower stack that I'm going to show you guys. Such lovely flowers, especially in front of that brick wall. It just makes it stand out so much more. And I love those two purple ones that are so unique with all the little bits coming out of them. And then we went round to my aunt's, who I hadn't seen in ages, and she always loved seeing us and asked about us. And we then went in and sat down in their garden, and we're just chatting and having such a lovely evening. And I had a cup of tea, as I was in desperate need of a cup of tea. I had one all day. Although it was warm, drinking tea when it's warm is supposed to actually cool you down. And I got some flower stats from my aunt's garden, and I'm going to show you guys those. Such a beautiful garden, and I was talking to my aunt all about my photography and about going to York and about work and about my bestie and about going to Edinburgh in November, and just anything and everything, and just having a lovely catch up with them. And I met her stepdaughter and her new husband, and so I was chatting with them and getting to know them. And her stepdaughter's partner works with people with special needs, which I'd like to go into, so I was chatting with him about that. And then they both followed me on Instagram, and we were talking about photography and just having such a lovely time. And then we said goodbye to my cousins as they were staying there, and then me and my older sister and brother and our cousin came back, and our younger brother then headed off home as well. So we thanked him for coming, and it was lovely to see him, and we had a really good time. And then me and my older sister and brother and our cousin dropped our cousin's partner back to the train station, as he had to go back up to London. And then me and my older brother and sister and cousin then headed off to go to get some food. And just before heading off, I got a snap of these pretty leaves and red roses that I'm going to show you guys. Autumn is definitely on its way. I love all the orange and red and yellow leaves starting to pair. It's so beautiful. Then we got our tea. We had some McDonald's and we had some McFlurries, and I had a white chocolate Milky Way one, which was one of the new ones. I was going to get a hot apple pie, but I got one of the McFlurries instead. And I had a Big Mac meal, so I had a Big Mac and some fries, and also had a Fanta. I love Fanta so much. And we had that on the way back, and we were all very overtired, so we were just cracking up at everything, and we were listening to some music and just having such a lovely evening. having a nice journey back, and the traffic wasn't actually too bad, so we got back quite quick. But it just always seems to take longer when you're on the way back from somewhere, whereas on the way there it seems to go a lot quicker. So on the way back it did feel like it was going a lot longer, and especially when it's darker, so I didn't really know where I was because it was getting quite dark. And then we had to go down a country lane to get back because there was a little bit of roadworks going on. So luckily I didn't get any travel sickness. I got over having my food already. And then we got back and we dropped our older sister back to hers, and then dropped our cousin back to our grandma's where she's been staying for 2 weeks, and her mum and dad and sister are coming over tomorrow and staying for the week. And I cannot wait to see my uncle and aunt and cousin. It's going to be lovely having them down to stay for the week. And then on the Thursday it's my cousin's 17th, which is insane. I cannot believe she's going to be 17. I can still remember holding her as a baby, and now she's going to be 17, which is crazy. And I think we're going to be having a party or something like that for her on Thursday evening. And then me and my older brother got back, and I finished writing my journal and then put that away. And then I got into my PJs and headed off to bed as I was absolutely pooped. And on my Sunday, which is today, I got up, waited for work, and I was doing a split shift. So I was doing a 9 till 3 and then a 7 till close, and had some breakfast and was watching a bit of TV and listening to a bit of music, and was watching a bit of the Olympics. And then my dad brought me to work. I got to work, got clocked in and put my bag away, and was just helping open up, as it was just me and one other colleague on shift at first. And then another colleague came in at 10 and another one came in at 11, and it was pretty busy. So I was waiting for food and drinks, cleaning tables and doing some drinks making, and was even doing some coffees and teas, and was doing lots of cleaning of tables and clean tables inside and outside. And then we had this guy come in and perform some original songs and some covers that he does on a few Sundays, and he's really good. And I was having a good sing along whilst cleaning tables and wanting food and drinks, and had some squash and some cups of tea, and was trying to keep hydrated. It was just so hot, and I'm glad that we had the fan on and the windows open and all my shorts. Although it was quite overcast, it was still pretty hot. It's not as hot as they thought it was going to be, but I'm glad it wasn't as hot. And then I finished at 3 and I clocked off, and then on my way back I went off to my town's castle where I hadn't been in ages, and I got some snaps of the castle, and I'll show you guys now. I'm so lucky to have a castle right on my doorstep. Really need to do a tour of that someday. I've gone there for afternoon tea before, but never done a tour, so I need to do that someday. And then I got some snaps of the town's castle gardens, and I'm going to show you guys these. Gardens are so beautifully kept, and the flowers are so lovely, such lovely colours. Then I got back and I went in the pool, and I got out of the pool, and then my younger sister asked if I wanted to go back in the pool, so I said sure, why not. So we went back into the pool. I then got out of the pool, got dried off and changed, and then had a pot noodle for my lunch, and then we just watched a bit more of the Olympics, and I recorded the Olympic closing ceremony as it ends today, so I'll be watching that when I get back from work. I then got my uniform ready for work and got my clean uniform ready, as my top had got quite dirty where I'd been doing some coffee and stuff, so it was just coffee stuff all over it, which was annoying. And then I was just reading a bit more of solitaire, had a cup of tea and some biscuits, and was doing some drawing and colouring in, and then just sorting out my Bridget doll and tidying up my office and sorting out my dolls and dollhouse. And my dad had been getting a barbecue ready, and it smelled so good. And then he was sorting out the bush in the back garden, and then my older sister came over, and my younger brother and his girlfriend were going to be coming over, but they then were going out. So in the end, my older sister came over and we had a barbecue, and I'm going to show you guys a photo of the barbecue that we had. barbecue was so good. I ate so much. I'm now off to go and just watch a bit of TV, probably write a bit more of my journal, and then just chill before going off for the second part of my split shift this evening. And I will see you with a little bit more of the vlog coming later on. I'm back from being at the second part to my split shift, so got dropped back to work by my older sister and got clocked back into work, put my bag away, and then got started on the cleaning and clothes jobs, and was cleaning tables, running food and drinks, doing food and drink orders and bill taking, and chatting to some of the regulars. And I was cleaning tables inside and outside and did the restock, and I then was just cleaning some of the tables and sorting out the menus and the salt and peppers and the salt shakers and all that kind of stuff. And then it was time for the quiz. We do a quiz on Sunday nights. I hadn't worked the quiz for a long time, and saw and chatted to loads of the workers that come along for the quiz, and it was so much fun, and the shift went so quickly. Me and my two colleagues that I was on shift with absolutely smashed the clothes and cleaning jobs, and we got out on good time. And I have a close tomorrow night with one of the colleagues that I was on shift with tonight, and me and her work really well together. And then after that I have a Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday daytime shifts, and then I'm off for 2 weeks, so one more evening shift and I'm done. Not a big fan of evening shifts, I prefer day shifts, and I'm quite good at evening shifts because I just get the stuff done, so I'm always quite quick to get everything done, to get out there as quick as I can, so I'm quite speedy on closes, so it's not too bad. But I just don't like how after a close I'll be trying to sleep and my brain's like thinking, oh, did I do this, did I do that, and I'm like wide, I'm awake. Whereas day shifts, you get up and go and then you've done it. Whereas in an evening shift, you have the whole day to like fret about or get anxious about, it's like, what if it's busy, or what if I do this or that one, and stress about it. Whereas in day shift, you just get up and do it and then it's done. And the daytime, and when you're out of an evening shift, in daytime you're off and you're like relaxed and stuff, and then you get to work and have to get into work mode, and then it kind of is hard to like get back out of work mode. So I like to just do day shifts so I can just get up, get out of the way, and then have the whole of the evening to relax. So I prefer daytimes to evenings, but I don't mind an evening shift. And yeah, it's just when we're not out till 6 o'clock, which isn't that fun. But yeah, I'm slowly liking evening shifts a lot more. Prefer daytime, but evening shifts are slowly being okay. But yeah, it definitely depends on who you're on with. And yeah, I'm looking forward to having these 2 weeks off. I've been working quite a lot of shifts, so yeah, it'll be good to not have to set any alarms. I'll be able to have lions. And I then finished and clocked off and got my bag, and I then got picked up and got back and had some cereal, got to my PJs, and I then finished writing my journal, put that away, and then we were watching the closing ceremony of the Olympics. Can't believe the Olympics is over. It went so quickly, and yeah, we did so well, and I loved the diving and the races and the cycling. It was so much fun watching all of that. And the Paralympics is starting on the 28th of August, which is very exciting. My brother's birthday, or the brother's going to be 29, cannot believe that. And yeah, so looking forward to watching that. And yeah, I'm now off to go and finish off watching Matilda from 1996. Love that film so much. Started watching that just before going off to work, and I'm going to be finishing off watching that. And I'm now off till tomorrow night, so I get a lie-in, not having to set any alarms, and I can't wait to just have a nice chill day. It's supposed to be very hot tomorrow, so me and my siblings are going to be going in the pool, the world pool, and we'll be playing some games. Might pop to the flower shop before that, get some flower and plant snacks, maybe have a look around the chai shops, and just have a nice chill day. And yeah, have a lovely rest of your Sunday evening. I hope you guys have all had a lovely week and weekend, and all have a great new week ahead. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I shall see you with a new vlog coming very soon. Bye.